Hello, good morning. It is Friday, April 17th. I think it's the 17th. Um, I typically don't work Friday morning, so I forego packing Thursday nights and pack them on Friday morning. Today, however, I do have to go into work. I'm hoping to get in and out of there in just a couple of hours. I just have some projects that need to be finished up before the weekend, so I'll be going in there as soon as I get these boxes packed. I did wait. I was just tired last night and I just didn't get around to getting these orders packed yesterday. So I'm going to pack them this morning and drop them off at the post office on the way to work. There's five. There's five from yesterday and then one from this morning. So let's add those five to my tally board here. So that would be Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Thursday's still doing good. And then we had 6 on Wednesday that didn't get added here yet. So we've got to add that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So looks like Thursday's still in the lead. We'll keep going on this and figure out which day of the week gets the most sales for my shop. Until then, I do have a little update on the foot pick saga from yesterday's video. It turns out while I was editing that video and I was looking for the actual ad in question, so someone asked me to search through a magazine looking for a specific advertisement, a magazine that I had listed in my shop. So I spent a very long time looking for it and it was not in there. So when I was making the video, I wanted to include a photo or a copy of that ad so you could see what I was looking for. And while I was searching for that, I came across a Reddit post. So it turns out it may be not a lascivious request to find this foot ad, but it looks like it's somebody who is a big fan of Stranger Things and they're looking to find every magazine that's ever featured in the series. So they're looking for all these magazines from the 80s. This particular magazine was in the show with this page, apparently just had this spread open and they could see this ad. And so they were on Reddit asking, does anyone, I could tell by their Reddit username and their eBay username that is the same person. And they were asking on there what is, they put a picture of this screenshot and asked, does anybody know what issue of what magazine this appeared in? And somebody suggested Good Housekeeping from March 1985. Where they got that information, I don't know. But apparently this person is just going on eBay and then sending messages to anyone. Maybe I'm the only one he contacted. But it looks like he's going to anyone who has a magazine listed and asking them to search through it for this advertisement for this ingrown toenail medicine. So probably he wasn't going to buy this in any event. He would not have even bought it. He just wanted to know what issue it was in, and he is using eBay sellers to do that research for him. So, I went through the effort. Like I said in that video, I often do not respond to questions on eBay because they almost never result in buys. But I was watching Commonwealth Flipper, which I'm sure some of you have seen. And he was talking about what do we owe to other eBay sellers? We want to make sure that buyers think of eBay as a place where they can go and people are respectful and good business people. So he was suggesting maybe don't ignore these questions. If you get a weird question, just answer it, because even if it doesn't result in a sale for you, it will increase the good feelings that people might have about eBay sellers as a whole. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe there is something to that. And so I was going to go ahead and answer this guy's question. But as I was spending more and more and more time flipping through this magazine, I cut it way down in the video. I probably spent 12 to 15 minutes just looking for this ad. And that's a lot of time when I could have been doing something else. So, and it was never going to result in a sale. This is what I've learned. That person just wanted the research. He didn't want the actual magazine. So I feel weird about it now that maybe I do want to be more proactive and responding to questions because it is good for the eBay community. I do think that's probably true, but I can't be spending time answering questions for unreasonable shoppers, you know? So anyway, while I was flipping through that magazine, I did not, I guess when I listed it, I didn't look at it that closely, but it does have quite a lot of water damage. So I decided to just unlist it, and I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. So I guess something came out of it, that I'm not going to accidentally sell something to a buyer who's going to be disappointed with it when it arrives. So I try to look at, I always look at everything that I'm selling pretty closely, but for whatever reason, that magazine slipped through the cracks. So I'm throwing that in the garbage today and moving on to a new chapter. Anyway, let's get these 5 orders packed and ready to ship. I've already pulled them from the inventory so that we can keep this video a little shorter. So we'll start by checking out what's here. The one from today I haven't pulled yet, so we'll get that and then we'll get everything packed and ready to go. Here we go. I'm pulling up my eBay app, looking for these sold orders. So this is the one we have to get. It's in a hat box. I have a bunch of these. Maybe I'm down to 5 of these. They're pink fire department, New York Fire Department hats. I see 5 in here. So I've had these for quite a while and I've only sold 1, so this is the second one going out. Drop it on the floor. So I'm happy to see this go because I'll see how long I've had these. I bought these in November of 2023, FDNY. This is relatively early in my taking eBay seriously phase, and I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. I bought these hats. I paid up for them a little bit, $2. Well, I guess not, $2. I got 6 of them. They're brand new still with the tags and everything, so I thought this would be a good sale. It seems unusual, the pink hat. I don't know. I thought they were probably for breast cancer awareness, but I don't think so. It says a significant portion, blah, 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 of the sale benefits the FDNY Fire Safety Education Fund. So, not breast cancer awareness. I just thought that's what it was because they're pink. Okay, let's pack it right now. I brought home a bunch of, not too many, but a handful of hats from work yesterday. A lot of them had this brown paper inside, so we'll use that up before we get back to this roll of white paper. I usually cover up old labels, but oh shoot, I just folded this up on itself. I usually cover up the old white labels, shipping labels, but that one was peeling off pretty well, so I just took it totally off. And I could cover this up too, but these ones usually come off very easily. I don't know what these colorful labels that come through. These are from Amazon, so I don't know what they mean, but they use a different kind of adhesive on those stickers, and they usually just peel right off. What's this? I'm gonna keep this right here because I use it so often. So I'll cover that barcode. Whoops. Okay, move this out of the way. Yeah, so these hats have been listed for a long time, so I'm glad to see a couple of them go. This one I got it for just over $2 and change, and I sold it for $11.99. So that's probably the first one paid basically for the whole purchase. The first one I sold. So I forgot what I'm doing. Okay, this is a hat. Only 7 ounces. This box is 10 by 8 by 5. And the buyer's initials. M. Slim Shady. Okay. Okay, that one's done. All right, I got another one of these Marlboro Coleman coolers. I've sold a lot of these in the last couple of weeks. I think I might have a box that will... I've been putting together boxes to force them to fit. Will it fit in here? I don't think so. Not here either. Yeah, I wouldn't call it Frankensteining, but I've been piecing together a couple of different boxes to make them the right size for these coolers, which it looks like I'm going to have to do that again. These are 8 by 8 by 8 boxes. Let me turn the lights on out here. And this works out okay. This doesn't take too long. Try to do it quickly today. I'm about to run out of this 2-inch tape. Nope, exactly now. I only have, that's the last roll of that 2-inch tape I have, so I guess I won't be using that anytime soon. I want to get some of that reinforced tape that has like fiberglass lines running through it for situations where I'm putting 2 boxes together. Like basically what I'm going to do today, but on a larger scale, where I put 2 boxes together, and I'll usually wrap one big piece of tape around. But I was thinking it'd probably be better if I did that with that reinforced tape, so it's less likely to break open in shipping. So this is how I've been doing these coolers. It's a strange phenomenon. I bought 15 of these coolers, maybe October of last year, and none of them sold until like a week or 2 ago, and then I've been selling at least one a day pretty much since then. So I'm happy to see them go. I just don't really understand what's going on. My assumption is that when you have a multiple quantity listing and you haven't sold one yet, that eBay doesn't bother to include it in search results, in most search results. But then once one sells, then the eBay algorithm understands that this is actually a sellable item, and then it starts serving it up to people as they're searching eBay. That's my assumption. It could also be, I was talking about this to somebody at work, and they suggested that it could just be we're coming up on, getting closer and closer to summer, and people are thinking about sporting events or road trips or picnics, stuff like that, and they're starting to search for these kind of items. That's a good thought. That's very possible. So this is a case where I might want to use that reinforced tape. If I had that and I just made one strap that goes all the way around, there's no way this lid would ever come off. I mean, not like it's going to anyway, but it would be a little more peace of mind. I mean, it doesn't really take much to tear this tape, this kind of packing tape. Okay, Coleman. This is 1 pound, 10 ounces. And it is gonna be 13 by 9 by 9, heading out to BP. Hope there's no oil spills. All right, what's next? Drum heads. Okay, some 14-inch drum heads.